he was rolling with gotta be 30 kilo. Yeah. And reversing it. So we've looked around. I gotta tell you, there's a really interesting doodle on the whiteboard over there.
I can't say anything. She might see it.
Oh man. Okay.
The Tina thing. Bad teeth, she.
I just got it. We were just looking and going,
oh, that's interesting. I don't get it. Ben Smith.
Who drew that?
Ben Smith. Stu caught him on fucking Snapchat last night. I'll let you got Tom now. Got Tom. Tom's better on the floor, you see.
Yeah.
Tom's got better jiu-jitsu. Jack's a better striker. Trying to get Jack to learn jiu-jitsu is a nightmare. Doesn't like doing it. He's a kickboxer.
Is it age got anything to do with it? If you
Yeah, they learn fast as fuckers, don't they? You show them one thing, they can pull it off in about 3 seconds later. Whereas you get some of these messes. If you look at them over there, absolute state.
You guys do lots of interclubs as well.
We're going to hold one. We're going to hold one.
He's fought like 7 times.
Oh yeah, and like that's kickboxing though, not MMA.
Not MMA.
When he actually carry on sparring. When he had his fight, he shit his pants a little bit. When he had a real fight, he shit his pants. He didn't look as good. You need to get a bit more experience in, and then he'll be fine.
Right. How long have you been training here at Dragonslair?
4 years.
4 years. And how old are you?
14.
14. So you've been here since you were 10.
Yeah.
And you got a UFC.
Yeah.
Competitor here, Brad. What's he like away from the cameras, away from the limelight?
He's just like a normal guy, basically. Just helps out around the club and that. Nice guy.
Yeah. Is what you see what you get?
Yeah.
Because we've caught up with him a couple of times. He's about as funny a human being. What's he like here? Is he strict? Is he,
He's strict, but he also has a bit of fun. So like when he's teaching us, he'll have a bit of fun, but then he'll also tell you to just knock it down with different from there.
Yeah.
So it's good. He's really nice. Yeah.
Got any gossip on him?
No.
Nothing. Oh man, he's trained you guys well.
Nothing.
That's unbelievable. It amazes me they can step into the ring and kickbox, but
why can't they do MMA?
Yeah, it'd be the same like a boxer, I suppose. If you fight, you fight. Like 14.
Boxing's got to be the worst, isn't it? Surely all of the head. But this whole round, they've hardly been hit. It's all been grappling this round. Yeah. And Jack's actually a striker. So it just shows, doesn't it, even though Jack needs to get his hooks out.
How hands-on do you get with these guys?
I'd smash them. No mercy, 14 or what? Nothing, no mercy of them. I've been trying to give him a cauliflower head, pin him down, isn't it? Look at that. Mate, he's super good, mate.
No, that's fine. I don't want to get thrown. Do you want me to start in match?
Should have said stood up.
See, my problem is I have no clue how to do
That's right, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I feel safe.
Just don't get your cock out again, Steve.
Oh, hang on.
I think he's got me.
Oh, no. Hang on. Is that the grip?
There.
And then I have to... But you won't.
You've got a weight advantage of about 4 stone.
4 stone, easy. I'm comfortable here. I'll wait for that.
Do you know what you're doing at all?
All I know is that when he wants to stand up, he just has to stand up.
Well, that's what I tell everyone in training. A lot of it's just mental. You can stand up whenever you want. Oh no, Pretty bad, bless him.
You're heavy. Okay. The fuck was that? I led on you. You done well. You said I'm a fat bastard. I led on you. That was awesome. You done really well. I know anything. You done well. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
People done jiu-jitsu. Bit of wrestling. Really? I just thought you were a bit of wrestling, dude. Oh, no. That's what. That.
Pass it over.
You slimy cunt.
Oh, you're going to pay for that.
Oh,
TKO strikes.
Ah, you bastard! Let me shoot my... Goose! Thank you! Goose! Okay, cheers, but... You're a prick.
Shuffle, come on.
I'll let you go.
It's the elbow. It's not the wrist is horrible.
You got gooseneck, baby.
That's unpleasant.
The gooseneck start there.
You'd have beat him up with his son, don't think you
Never punched anybody in my life, mate. Unreal.
Tell. Do you go on the pads quickly?
I've never thrown a punch in my life.
Have a look what you like on the pads. You got like little hands, ain't you? Like little child hands. Look at the size difference. The size difference in that.
Some people are just genetically disposed to be in a fight.
Oh my god, look, you got the little vagina hand. You can't finger anyone. Unless they're underage.
Saying nothing. Saying nothing.
See what your thigh kicks are like? I think you might find it easier. Calf kicks I think are the best because they're hard to check. You can't just lift that, you actually have to turn your shin out.
Okay.
You don't want to kick that.
So now I'm just coming in high.
Yeah. Then quadriceps.
That part of the...
Look around. Fine, you step wider as you step. Find it easier. Get low. I like to throw the arm back as well. And there it's not taking.
It is, you know.
Yeah. Right, fight more, I'll let you on. Kick straight to the chin, try and kick me here. Then into this hand system, you ready? Yeah. Put the weight on that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you almost give me dead leg. Yeah, maybe your angry face, and again. Two more piggy. That's one, nice and hard. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not too bad.
You were saying that you're kind of getting more used to doing the one-on-ones and the training and stuff. Can you see how it translates to your own fighting?
Yeah, because you have to break down the moves. Break down the moves, you start to understand why. You know, I think I should become a better fighter from it. I was sparred the other day and I thought that was one of the best sparring I've done in my life.
That's a silly question because I'm asking the fighter this, but what's the one piece of advice you give yourself? And, you know, where's the one thing that through the coaching you go, man, I got to work that?
I just think that like head movement at the moment, that's like the thing I'm being anal about. I think head movement, if you watch all the boxers, all the best boxers in the world, all the best fighters in the world, they all have great head movement. I just work on that. I do a lot of rope drills. I've got the rope up there, tight through, bob, deep. Every time I throw a punch, I have to move. I don't ever throw a punch standing still. I'll have to move my head each time I throw a combination.
Even when you're fighting Claudia?
I didn't get a chance to, did I? No, I didn't get a chance to. Get out, so it was a boring fight of my fucking life. But unfortunately, that was his game plan, and I mean, despite receiving no damage, he won. He battered me so bad I couldn't walk for days.
Yeah, I think that was probably the old Rosie that batted.
Yeah, probably actually with me and John Crouch had a good old glass of old Rosie at the end of that. He was impressed.
What's the rest of your Saturday morning? And what do you know, if
What
we
we're
were
going to do?
here?
Well, we're actually going to go do some deadlifts later on with...
Cool, that's the one you're doing. Clyde, you're doing the deadlifts. Excellent.
It's quite a serious deadlifting session. You're going to be quite impressed.
Awesome.
I'm not looking forward to that whatsoever.
Oh, in that case I am, if I'm honest.
No, it's a scary thing because everyone else there, well, when you see the size of Josh Hill, isn't it? Fuck. He's only your height, he's just like, oh! And he's a GP, he's a doctor.
And obviously
He's 27.
you're doing this to keep your strength and condition up.
Yeah, I'm trying to put on as much muscle as possible, so when I end up getting, and as much strength and as much muscle as possible, so obviously when my shoulder goes into a sling, it's going to deteriorate, and I don't want to dissipate completely, so I put as much on as I can. I try and do as much movement as I can, as soon as I can. I'm going to destroy myself Sunday night, so I've got like real bad DOMs. So my body's repairing itself for a week, and then 2 weeks out, hopefully that won't do too much damage, and I can start moving again, get the sling out.
When's the surgery?
Monday, yeah, 2 days. I've got open surgery on the front, they're putting a 6mm bolt in there on my bicep tendon. I've got some harpoon stitches on my labrum at the back, and I know I've got a damaged infra spinatus, and I've got another muscle damage at the front. I can't remember quite what it is. That's the infra spinatus, I think, and this one here is damaged as well. Both been torn. My arm was actually ripped out.
How long was the surgery? A few hours?
It cost the UFC 10 grand, so it's quite good.
They pay for it.
The UFC paid, yeah, they look after you. The UFC paid.
Fantastic.
I rang them up and said, look, can you pay for it? Like, yep. They just literally within the next day I had a letter come through saying thank you for the bail of £10,000 to saying this top of the range private hospital, when I was like,
Where you have
there for a day. It's the best hospital there at Peace Down St John. It's Bath Circles, like a new private one. It's a load of doctors come together to make it. It's like a hotel, mate. It is the best. So you walk in there, coffee given to you straight away.
Candy stripers.
Yeah, it's the best. Prescription, just tip. Yeah. Up there, and the doctor just goes, right, mate. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sure, you're right.
I'm saying IV of Old Rosie.
Oh yeah, man, that killed me, wouldn't it? Do you know what? I've actually been quite good with drinking lately, actually.
We're going to have this
And
sorted
so
out
much Old
later.
Rosie. We'll get some Old Rosie. Have you ever tried it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not the same, is it?
No.
This is why I grew up, you see. This is why I lived. Obviously, like, grew up on the rough streets of Melksham, defended for my life.
Yeah.
Oh, defended, get stabbed all the time. I had to defend myself. Obviously, none of that actually happened. I'll tell you what, sugar, mate, yeah?
One.
You want 6, yeah? No, I'm alright, thank you. Thank you. No problem, dear. Is he usually a soft follower?
Messy. Not usually helpful. Cooks well though, don't you, Bradley?
What's that?
He's a good cook.
Yeah? What else do you make when you cut weight?
Yeah.
You learn to
He's
cook.
a good cook.
Do you find when he's cutting weight that the whole kind of family's eating healthier? Is that how it works, or is he always in the States when that happens?
Yeah, he's usually in Phoenix, and then obviously when he starts cutting his weight, it's like a week before you fight, isn't it, Brad?
2 weeks long.
Yeah. And then obviously it gets a bit moody then.
I think it's what's it like having when he first said this is what I want to do? Did you?
Well, he said that from about 17, 18, he's saying, he'll end up in the UFC, that's what he kept telling me.
And what did you think? What did you think of that?
Well, he was determined to do it, so he's done it.
So I
I'm
want
really
it
proud.
to be in
Yeah.
UFC. I didn't say I'm going to end up.
No, he said you wanted to be.
So I said I want to at least watch it.
So,
I've done both.
yeah.
What did you think of his last fight against Claudio?
I think he cheated, personally.
Yeah?
Yeah, keep poking him in the eye.
No, it's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, the first eye poke.
Yeah.
Were you
Once or twice, but 4 times.
Were you screaming at the? Were you yelling at the cage?
Me? Oh, I had to shout out for Bradley, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was, well, I suppose you win some and lose some, don't you?
You asking a mom this question. There was a moment in that fight where Claudio pretended to get hit in the groin.
Yeah, I know.
Brad could have. Were you
could've
just?
carried on, he stood back.
Were you the one?
Yeah, I
who
was. I
screamed,
was
"Hit him,
carry
hit
on,
him!"
carry on.
Finish him.
I won't say the exact words. Yeah, but no, that was, he's too much of a gentleman actually. He stands back, well he thought he did.
Yeah.
What's the answer for eye pokes for you? Do you think it should be automatic point deduction even if it's accidental?
Not automatic, no, I don't think. I think there's a limit. I just think, obviously I've got your donuts there for you. But no, there's like a limit. I don't think like once or twice, but when you're running away and doing it, I think that's points. You breaking contact of the fight, hooking to the fight, that should be points.
Isn't that argument how do you differentiate someone who's just kind of...
You can see when someone goes like that, hand up and looks at what they're doing, to someone who goes,
That's, it's surprising. The last person that I would have suggested worried about kind of nerves or anything would have been you. Is that something that you had to kind of admit to yourself, or is it something you
I get
always
nervous. I can't believe Benson openly says I don't get nervous. God put me on this planet to fight. It's like, oh. But no, I get nervous.
Yeah.
I do before a fight, massively.
Is that sort of, does that change? Is that, you know, as you
I
progress?
was nervous for my first ever fight, so I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But second fight and that, it gets worse. Just as bad as it's always been. But I haven't had that many fights though.
Oh, 12, isn't it now?
13, I've had like, what's that? I've had 16 MMA fights.
Is that including amateur as well?
Yeah, and I've had 5-6 kickboxing fights and a boxing bout, and that's it. I haven't had that many fights still.
Seeing as you're old.
Very young, athletic. You know what I'm saying? Athletic.
And this is, you know, what would you be doing? What do you do down here on a regular week? You know, what's your regular week consist of?
I always do summit like twice a day, training wise. I do conditioning 3 times a week. And I go down Dragonslair Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes a Tuesday and a Thursday as well. I wrestle Monday mornings, I wrestle Friday mornings. And what else I do? Every now and then I go down to Windsor. It's just patchy training at the moment because I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
In my actual camps I've got like a set routine, and it's just jiu-jitsu, striking, or like jiu-jitsu and wrestling, striking, jiu-jitsu and wrestling, striking, sparring, and then it'd be the same again for 8 weeks. And conditioning as well, so you chuck that one in there.
Yeah. And the day job, Dragonslair. How's that going?
I do all my one-on-ones at the lay, obviously. I get a lot of women at the moment, but they just want to do like general fitness and that, and it's quite boring to teach that. I like the best ones is when you get the actual fighters that want to come down. They want you to finely tune them, and actually they've already got like some basis and you can make them better and better. That's the best. It's when you got to start someone from scratch. It's like, start from the beginning. It's horrible and boring.
And have you found that kind of work picks up after every time, you know, after Tough did it pick up, and then after the UFC? Or
I didn't do it then.
No.
I didn't do it then.
So it's because of
my injury I'm doing it.
So you're gonna stay. You're gonna keep at it then after you. Yeah.
Keep it going. Keep it like consistent. I got like the same clients I had last time. Plus I got a couple of weird ones I was telling you about ones that shouldn't be taught to fight. We just strengthen them up.
Yeah.
We avoid the fighting with them in case there's any trouble outside. And it's because I taught them a kill move. Taking out 4 police.
The death touch, is that one of the
10-finger guillotine? Across a policeman's throat.
Saturday night in Melksham.
No, Melksham's quite rough, mate.
Yeah. What, all 12 of them?
No, I mean like fighting wise.
Yeah.
At the end of the night. Nice place to live. But in terms of fighting, it's quite rough.
Yeah.
Every night there'll be a fight in the tavern. Every night, every Friday and Saturday night, people will be getting dragged out left, right and centre. Every night, guarantee it.
Mean streets of Melksham. How'd you grow up so
How'd I
squeaky
survive? That's what you mean.
Yeah.
How'd I survive? Fending off all those bullies and that. Like I said to you earlier, you know, getting threatened to get stabbed every day, mugging, to defend them off.
And that's where you know, why you got into the martial arts in the first place.
Defend myself against gangs, the Bloods and the Crips.
Yeah.
The Italian King, no, what's it? I forgot now. Spanish King, yeah, cartel and that.
How did you get to the MMA lab in the first place? How did you get out with
Gary Cross, my manager, just rang me up and just said, oh yeah, I've emailed this place and they've come back to me, and he goes, you know, they've been very welcoming, and as soon as you because everyone else didn't get back, no one else wanted to know. TriStar said no, yeah, Canadians said no, Canucks. Obviously there's no Canucks actually fighting, even Roy McDonald's probably half something else. Canadians can't fight.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah.
GSP
George St. Pierre's French.
That's true.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Look, you can have Andy Ends, right?
Oh,
Andy Ends,
thanks.
you're number 1. Nah, he's alright, Andy Ends. He's one of my favourite. He's alright. He's just not very, very athletic at all.
No.
Can't even do like a backwards roll and stuff because he's so tough.
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. No, everyone was like, oh, he's gonna. What's that black guy he fought? Clint Hester.
Yeah.
Everyone genuinely believed that
Clint was
Clint was going to just destroy him, and Andy was coming back. If it had another 2 rounds, I think Andy would have had him.
When was the last time you used a backward roll in the octagon?
I didn't, but I got video evidence Andy Jens done it when I took him down, and it was horrendous. So I done a backwards roll and then like lost his feet and he fell over and just got punched. I'll show you that in a minute. I put it up on. No, I didn't put it up. No, I didn't put it up on Facebook. I put the other rounds up. Did you see those rounds?
Yeah, saw some of the. Saw a lot of the sort of the jumping. What do they call that? What kind of training is that now?
Plyometric.
Biometric.
Biodegradable.
Something like that.
Washing liquid.
If it works.
Go on, I'm gonna have to pinch one of your donuts you bought a minute ago. You don't want your donuts?
You know, I thought it would be rude to open them without my guest having one first, so... Yeah.
Come on, you better get a donut in. You want a donut, don't you, cameraman?
No thanks.
He's not allowed.
You stay off the sugar, do you?
Yeah, can you tell?
You see, you're not tired.
Look. That's a finely tuned athlete.
Finely tuned athlete. Oh, guess who's come over to beg?
I did an interview with John McGuire with 24 donuts in front of us. We saw how many donuts we could get through in the course of the 5
The most I've done, I had a whole pack of Krispy Kremes, 12 assorted flavours, and I had...
How quickly?
Fast, it was after the UFC, but it was after, no, I wasn't fighting, I was watching. This is going back a bit, it was when I was 103 kilos, and I had, oh, I better eat that sandwich, better get some good food in me. We're going now, watch you eat that.
You got John McGuire the site, didn't you, Steve?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Didn't make weight.
Has that effect on
Go on,
people.
you had it.
I've just had... No, you...
Go on, you've only had one. I know you worked out a minute ago at the club, you can have 5 or 6 more.
Maybe
That calorie deficit you had for that,
Yeah.
we practiced on you.
Yeah, that's a sneaky little choke, man.
Clever, innit? Yeah, I should have got 50 grand for that.
I
Ripped off. I don't think an armbar, which is done every week.
But wasn't it a belly down armbar?
So?
And wasn't it the transition that...
It was an armbar from back.
That's true.
All armbars from the back are like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see many... But they didn't know what it was it? That's, it was announced as a guillotine, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably why they look gay, wasn't it? That's why I said 10-finger guillotine. Should have been more assertive.
$50,000.
I should have done what Connor done. 50 G's, but just done it and seen what he said.
Well, what's the worst thing that could have happened?
Not get 50 G's.
He could have given you the finger and said no, but that's about it, really. How is Luke? We'll use Luke as an example. How is he more marketable than you?
Because he's gobby. And he won 2 fights or 3 fights in a row. 3? Did he win 2 or 3 in a row?
Well, you got to count the tough as well.
No,
he won 2 in a row.
Then he won 2 in a row and then he lost his last
so
one.
He's 2-1.
And a lot of people would argue that he won that as well, so...
Yeah.
Including
Well, I
Dana.
thought it was an absolute... Well, Dana thought I won my fight. I'm still 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you made that point.
Yeah. Still 1-1. Yeah, everyone was like, oh, you're bad, Dana just tweeted about you. Yeah, but he didn't pay me more. Yeah. And the worst thing was, it goes on my record as a loss against someone who's shit. Which is the worst thing, losing. Even when I was in there, I knew I was better than him, and I was still losing.
How much of a setback is that for you, do you think?
No, it's not a setback. Come back stronger than that. Every time I lose, I come back much better, and all the time I go off. Gives you extra motivation. You don't want to lose. I've never lost 2 fights in a row. Never lost anything twice in a row, I think. Combat sports.
How long do you think, with the...
Oh, it's a lie. Wrestling, I lost twice in a row, but that's because I don't do it.
They've cut people who are on win streaks. You look at someone like Jake Shields. I know he wasn't exciting, but he lost once to Lombard.
Overpaid, and they wanted him to go. He was boring.
So where are we off to now?
At the moment, we're going to go and see like a British powerlifting champion, Josh Hill. He's a doctor. He's a doctor as well. Normally, my strength and conditioning is done with Joe Alford at Body Revolutions. Obviously, because it's a Saturday, I can't do that with you two, so I'm going to take you over here to meet him. But normally, I go over there, and he's like responsible for the shape of men, all my explosive power. He's done really well. But today, we've got to go to see Josh Hill. I'm going to go over there and do some deadlifting. This is a journey. Well, to go into Bath's a journey I used to make a lot, 3 to 4 times a week. It's depressing. It's a nice little drive, but it's still 12 miles at a slow pace, and a real shitty city that's designed for horse and fucking carriage to go through.
With the surgery coming up, does that
I ain't going to fucking Bath, put it that way, for the surgery.
with the surgery coming up, when you go to do things like, you know, strength and conditioning or weight training, is that as a preemptive measure so that the surgery, your recovery is quicker? Like,
Yeah. Joe's got all of this sorted out. Joe's got like what do you call him, like look after physiotherapy sorted out. He's got a program out for me. We're still going to train other parts of my body to keep strong, keep some muscle mass. He's pretty switched on. I think he's worked with that silver medalist swimmer, Rebecca, was it Adlington?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he worked with her or something. He's worked with some high level guys, so he's pretty switched on. He knows his shit. He's going to get me in good shape for my next fight. I'm training more as an athlete now, whereas before it's like, oh, I'm in camp, I better train. I'm out of camp, do what I want. Now I train weights and do this all year. It doesn't look like I know, but I'm deceivingly strong.
Yeah.
I train weights all the time now. I do some plyometrics. You know, I add different stuff to my training, become more explosive, faster, I feel better. I'm going to take you to a cider shop in a minute. We'll try some scrumpies in a minute.
Is this before or after you go for your deadlift?
This would be before, because it'd be shot on my back. I won't be drinking, I just like to sort of show you around. Change the name of it now, look.
The Shed Cafe and Bistro Farm Shop and it's like he knows who he's with. This is awesome.
We're not getting out here, but they do a fucking. I used to come there every Saturday. I'd have a cheat meal. Now I have one whenever I feel like it.
Have a what?
Cheat meal, I used to call it, which is every meal.
Really. Or your cheat meal? Yeah. What was it here?
Can't even think of that, do I? Get a bit closer. And this is the fucking bollocks. This place. I used to come here and have a full cooked English. Yes. Come here and have a full English, have a pint of cider, and have to wait an hour and a half before I could drive anywhere. Fucking savage.
What's the?
Yes. Well, I knew all the brands that, so I don't know really. Well, I do, but not.
That's the most traditional local.
What's this one made?
That's just made up the road by Dennis France. So it's the guys who set up Dick Willow's originally.
Oh, is it?
So that's got no added artificial flavours or anything. That's just natural
It's
cider.
got quite a nice little sweet, medium dry, yeah. You can tell it's been raised a little bit at the last.
Yeah, at the end it yeah.
By the way, that's not very well. I like that one actually. That's quite nice. Remember that one? What's that? 6.5%.
Yeah.
What's that Black Dragon?
That's a Welsh one.
Oh, is it? Avoid that. And good, is it nice?
Yeah, it's good. 7.2%.
No, I don't
Medium dry.
Medium dry. So you're going to keep it back. Is that the normal moonshine? That's like the clear one.
Yeah.
So I try to put it up.
Yeah,
That's the clear one. I think this is one of the Gold Fest or the cider festivals. Yeah, that's the clear one. Try that one. That's better. Can I get a bottle of that fire start, mate?
Yeah, which can. Comes in 2 litres. Yeah.
How much is that?
$7.50 for that one.
It's brutally strong.
That's like just drinking.
Yeah, it's brutal, mate. Remember that. It's like 7.5%, I
This is
think.
the moonshine.
Yeah, 7.5%.
It's
not
like
when you down
appley,
that one.
vanilla-y.
It's just not when you drink. That's right in front of that one.
Dangerous, that is.
I know, mate. I've had many a sip on that, many a pint. They sell that in Laycock now as well. You went past the Red Line, they sell that in Laycock Red Line.
At McCock.
Laycock.
There you go.
And it's the same price as a normal pint.
So, what's a Perry then? A Perry is
Yeah.
pear.
Golden Perry.
I don't think it's as nice either. Personally, I think.
No.
Is your black rat still 5% here, or is it?
6.
Yeah, because when you go to a lot, they like vary the strength massively on where you go. So I've seen black rat at like nearly 8% before as well.
Is it all about strength with the cider?
Depends, isn't it? Then you got a tenner.
So we're here with Dr. Josh Hill, and you're kind of doing the strength and conditioning with Brad.
That's right, yeah.
What are we gonna see today? Because I know he won't admit it, but secretly he's been worried about this.
Well, obviously Brad's awaiting surgery on his shoulder at the moment, so I know we've got that in the sort of pipeline for him. So being as he's not competing in the near future, I can push him pretty hard and not be too worried about injuring him or making him too sore to train.
You know, with the fact he is going to have the surgery, is part of the strengthening the muscles around it for, you know, after the surgery's taken place?
I mean, so today not so much. Today we're focusing on his like explosive power really. So we're doing some heavy deadlifting, working on a lot of his posterior chain muscles. They're a bit neglected. Often people use a lot of their sort of quads. They're quite quad dominant. With Brad, it's obviously important to be able to pick people up when he's got it from various positions he gets into. So I want to give him a lot of requisite strength in his lower back, his hamstrings, and his glutes to recruit those muscles properly. And then sort of so his training today is going to be a mixture. Like some of it's going to be explosive and strength based, and that's what we'll start with.
Yeah.
But also it's equally important for him as an MMA fighter to be able to, continue throughout all the rounds. So we'll focus a lot on endurance as well towards the end of the session. So that's where we'll really push him hard.
This is a stupid question, obviously, depending on the athlete, because I know you've worked with some swimmers, you've worked with some really competitive athletes. Does each sport have its? Do you have to tailor each program, each athlete's program?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose like part of strength conditioning is about being specific to the sport, but then some parts of strength conditioning are really generic, and as long as you do things properly and do them hard, the human body hasn't changed. You know, we're now not evolving anymore, and weights haven't really changed over the last 20 years. There's been some new concepts that are involved, but really the weights are weights, barbells are barbells. As long as you use them properly and effectively, some of the simplest things are the best. So for Brad, obviously an important part being his surgery is coming up is not just to forget about his shoulder and think, oh, I'm not going to bother with that because I'm going to have an operation and I'll deal with that afterwards. As with any operation, if you're going to have a procedure, you want to get as much muscle built up around it first, because that will improve your recovery afterwards, and then reduce the amount of time it takes to get back after injury. So, like part of our training, so I had Brad earlier on the week, we did a lot of upper body work on him, particularly around his shoulders, so I know he's a bit sore today. So today it's all lower body today, so it's hamstrings, glutes, lower back, explosive power, deadlifting, hamstring work. And you know, we're just really going to push him and see what he can do.
Awesome. Well, the masochist in me can't help but I'm looking forward to watching
We're all looking forward,
Why no shoes when you wake up?
Why is it? Stability, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, so when you deadlift, obviously, one of the things you want to be able to do is move the bar the least distance possible.
Yeah.
So if you're wearing shoes, it's making you higher. So in competition, if you see people deadlift, they don't deadlift without any shoes. That's because you have to wear shoes in competition, but the shoes they do wear are extremely low profile.
Yeah.
Or some people wear deadlift slippers actually, so they're basically almost no shoe. The other benefit of when you're doing sort of heavy compound lifts is if you look at actually weightlifting shoes, and they're solid base, they're more wood or composite, which doesn't compress, whereas trainers are obviously designed to compress to change your loading when you're absorbing energy when you run. So the whole point of you don't want energy absorbed because your weight isn't evenly distributed in your feet at all. So if one part of the sole compresses more because you're putting more weight through it, it puts you slightly off balance. So what you want to be is as balanced as possible and as low to the floor as possible. So no shoes.
Awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
Glad he answered it.
Well, you know,
I was going to say stability. Almost right.
How heavy is that now?
240 kilos. This is speed deadlift, so it's not like max lift. It's just what he does for speed for free. So you look, you go up really fast.
along the training that you do, this is the one hardest to get on board, and the one that you get mental
One, nice. 2, good. 3, 4. Come on, 2 more. One more.
the plate down at that, you have to increase the amount of distance you have to travel.
And then, like you said, use more quad drive. Learn to use your quads when you drive for the initial part.
Cool. So that's helping that power through the hips, quads.
Cool. That initial pull. You're better off talking to Josh than me about this.
That's you're the one doing it. We get to watch.
It's not very nice, deadlifts. So easy though, isn't it? Easy, like to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's doing it.
Yes.
Roger. Come on, three. 1, 2, 3.
So it's getting heavier. Your boys have been using what is it, increasing oxygen throw? What is the purpose of that?
Mate, I think it's just primarily psychological.
Yeah?
So it's just pure ammonia. It's really strong on that one, as you know.
Yeah. My eyes.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like sometimes with weightlifting, one of those important things, as with a lot of sports, is confidence.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to do it, you probably will. But if you don't think you're going to do it, you definitely won't.
Yeah.
And so the problem is, like, sometimes when you go for heavy lifts, especially when you go into new territory, say you're lifting a weight you've never lifted before, you may not even know what that sort of weight feels like. Sometimes when you go up to the bar, it's really natural to question yourself, to think about how you might get injured, if you might fail it, these sort of things. When you snort that, you don't think about anything else apart from your nose that really hurts, and the back of your head which you can feel throbbing. You just grab the bar and go. And it just sort of was a way of just clearing your mind, getting yourself nice and aggressive, psyched up, and just forgetting about everything else, just lifting the weights.
Does it work when you use it like this?
No.
I'll keep an eye on Brad. Yeah, easy. Fucking fluid.
How heavy was that, Josh?
That's 325 kilos. Don't ask me about pounds, yeah.
And what can you get up
It's
to?
around about 700 pounds, I think, yeah. Around about that, yeah.
What can you get up to?
Well, it's probably, my PB is about 390. So I've had a few injuries. I broke my ankle and snapped my adductor in the last 2 years, so working my way back up now. Hopefully try and pull somewhere over 350 today.
Yeah, last time.
Brad, he made his nose bleed doing that. Is that common?
Pressure. Yeah, because he's got that belt on so tight. And if you look at him, do you think his blood pressure is like a normal person?
You to recover from today's session. Like, are you back at it tomorrow? Do you do that every 3 days, every 5?
After doing a session like that, my central nervous system is going to be absolutely smashed. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm going to feel like mentally and physically completely drained. And the day after that, I'm going to get DOMS, delayed onset muscular soreness are going to kick in. And I'm going to feel like someone stabbed me and tore my entire posterior chain and then just spat on it.
So
About a week, 2 weeks to fully recover and I'll deadlift again. Well, I can't obviously, it's my operation.
Yeah.
But I'll do like good mornings or something along the lines. I need to keep some sort of strength up. I don't want to start. I've made so many good gains now. I don't want to start again. And my sparring's been mint. My explosive power for some of them, I'm not very explosive. I have bigger explosions in my pants watching porn. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be good to get some fucking real explosive power in me for once. Give me some more like knockout power instead of just being a slugger. Get a bit more snap in my strikes, my footwork,
if the
my takedowns.
if the surgery wasn't happening, how many times is that? Is that like a once every 2 week kind
Once every 2 weeks. I blast it. I do blast it.
And what kind of do? You know specific weight training other than that, or?
My strength conditioning coach, Joe Alford at Body Revolution. He's fucking fantastic. He puts me through all of this. He changes my program every 4 weeks. He keeps me on my toes. He mixes it up. He changes the rep range. He makes it fight specific. He's technical. It's only £55 a month as well. It's fuck all for what he does for you. And it's like a normal gym with like specialist equipment. And there's never any more than like 8-9 people in the gym at a time. And then he sort of like, gives you your program, changes the program, puts the program to your need. My program is definitely the hardest at the gym, but you'll openly admit that. And he just puts me through hell. Same as that there, which I hardly ever really just started doing.
Yeah.
It's like, puts me for hell. Joe's fucking fantastic. He's probably like changed my attitude towards the way I train. In terms of like, I try to live like an athlete now. I always try to improve, try to stay in the top shape.
Going over the fundamentals, are there any times you look back at your last couple of fights and go, oh man, I gotta, is this stuff all ingrained in your head now, or is this constant?
Better now I teach it. I teach fundamentals. I reckon I'm better now than ever been. Like I said to you about Claudio, when I hit him with that right, I come forward with the uppercut instead of poking him back so I could land another shot. And as I ended up doing that, I ended up getting clinched again, when I could have literally fired 2 or 3 more shots, could have won the fight. Jab. Jab slip. Move straight away. See what happens? Move straight away. You're gonna get hit.
So, your son trains here one-on-one with Brad, and you were just saying an hour and a half journey to get here.
Yeah, it's worth it.
How's Brad as a coach?
He's very good. He teaches Sam all the little nuances. He trains at we've got a gym that he trains at regularly, and coming up to a fight, we just wanted to give him the extra little that people don't have, you know what I mean? And as far as I can see, Brad's the best person to give him that, probably in the UK. There are other fighters around who could possibly do it, but there's none that I know of.
Yeah.
So, and he does these seminars. He came and did a seminar, and I think everybody took quite a lot away from the seminar. So it's an hour and a half. It's not a massive journey. It's enough, but it's not
It's a
massive.
Saturday evening as well.
Yeah.
How old's your boy?
He's 18. He's just turned 18. I mean, it's his first full contact cage fight. He's had a couple of K1 fights, which he's won, but he's always wanted to do this. He's been training jiu-jitsu for about a year and a half now. So it's...
And so, what do you think Brad's biggest attribute as a coach? Like, what do you? I think he's got patience in spades, but I think there's...
He's funny.
Yeah.
He's funny. He's not too serious. You get a lot of coaches who are so intense that kids and Sam won't pick up a lot. Whereas Brad, you have a laugh with him, he takes the mickey out of you.
Yeah.
So he's a good bloke to be around, and he's full of positive energy as well, which is always good, and that comes across in what he's teaching.
You say you some trains elsewhere and stuff. When he first wanted to do MMA, and what was your thoughts on that?
It was actually me that took him and his brother to a kickboxing and jiu-jitsu place, but we stayed there for a year. We found that wasn't too good, so then we went to somewhere else, and then we found the Gracie Bar place in the street, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
And then Rich and Brad had a fight years ago in the cage, so they knew each other, so they came down for a seminar, and it just progressed from there, and it's like a family.
Yeah.
We all know each other, and they all get on, so it's quite nice.
Cheers. First off, thanks for letting us come up and follow you around for the day. I don't think people, and this must have been a fairly slow day for you, really, with things coming up. We've been here since, 10:30, quarter to 11 this morning. You've had 2 training sessions this morning, coaching session.
And then 3 coaching
Then we went,
sessions.
we went and met the gorgeous Mrs. Scott, your mom's.
Oh, my mom, yeah.
Your mom kicks ass, man.
Yeah.
And then we went to see the strength and conditioning.
That was horrendous.
That was fun, man. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Except for the ammonia bit at that's not
bad, isn't it? It's like sniffing fire.
Yeah. So why do you do that before the big lift?
It's just to stop you from I think a lot of deadlifting is mental. Like I said the biggest problem is mental. When you walk up to you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, this is going to be a hell of a fucking lift. And you're like, oh, am I going to put myself through this? Forces you to breathe, gives you a bit of an adrenaline rush, just fucking lift it. You forget about it being hard and boom, smash it up.
All I thought was my eyeball was going to fall out. That was awful. But, again, and this was a slow day for you, really.
Yeah, normally I do like a training session myself sort of thing, rather than just coaching. I normally get involved and I do something myself. But it is a Saturday, and because my shoulder's out, I've been trying not to do much wrestling. I don't really want to fuck it up before I get in there Monday.
You just finished another 1-to-1. It's 8:15, and now you're going to cut a front row MMA podcast as well.
It's wicked, isn't it?
Awesome. Brad, thanks very much for
a couple of ciders to go as well.
Thank you very much for having us. Cheers. Hey, down on 1, yeah?
Got
got to drive.
Slowly. Tastes like cow piss, doesn't it?
It's lovely.
I think, take that back. You were recording, weren't you? Slam
No, I'll let it.